Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. If you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com, where I dive deeper into all these topics, subjects, sectors, looking for investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community, explaining why they are good opportunities, and going a little bit into whatever you guys want during those Q&A sessions. So I speak with everyone through midweek updates, Wednesdays, and then the weekends we do Q&A sessions. If that sounds interesting to you, you can sign up. Special is a coupon code. You get 50% off the first month on the monthly membership and a larger discount, which is a $100 discount on the yearly membership. All right, let's dive in, see what's going on today. Starting with the DXY, there we are. We are at that support level. There it is. So there's the support level that I'm talking about here, here, and here. Now, we are getting support. I do think it's going to turn higher. I know that may go against some other people's narratives on YouTube of a weaker dollar, but we'll dive in and I'll show you why I think that. So if we dive into the daily here, we don't have a ton of follow through on the downside here. These are all big up candlestick surges, and it's falling in a wedge formation. So we can throw kind of a wedge in here like this. And that is generally a bullish formation. A falling wedge is bullish to break higher. We've got another falling wedge bullish to break higher for the dollar. Now, some people say, well, no, that's not what other people say on YouTube. Well, I don't really care what they say. This is the market putting this in. And what it also this looks like is very similar to other bottomings that have moved higher. Now, we're not playing with 100% certainty either. We're playing with a probability that this is going to break higher. And we're looking at other fractals. This fractal here is the same one as that of what I think is being formed. And then this one here is the same one that was formed back as well. Falling wedge, and then it kind of like moves sideways at the bottom here. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but they're all very similar. So that's what I'm looking for, is a potential move higher based off previous fractals, based off of where we are located in support to that blue line. And I think we have a good chance potentially going higher. What does that mean for yields? That means yields will probably move up. So we look at yields, yes, they're down today. That is a single day. But overall, I think this is a pattern that will eventually break higher. Could we go lower in the short term here? We could. But I'm talking a little bit longer time frame than that short-term time frame. So I do think we could break. The 10-year is already broken out of its structure there to the upside. So that one's already broken up. We are consolidating sideways on top of that structure. I know Besant has made comments about the 4.5% yield there, which is that white line going across. So he might try to step in here, pretend like he's doing something, but this market's going to steamroll. If no one's buying bonds, then I don't know how he can fictitiously just create demand. And they say, oh, well, they'll print money. If they print money, that is going to be massively inflationary. And what you're going to see is you're going to see gold, silver, oil go vertical if they try doing that. The 30-year, we're at resistance here. Look at that. We got a big down day today, down 1.23%, but we're at resistance trying to break out. Now, could they somehow save this where they try punching it back down for a period of time? It is possible. But to me, this looks like we are really jamming up against resistance here, ready to try to break out of this thing. Now, when we break, the dollar's going with us. The dollar's going to go up with rates. DLT bond prices are up today as yields were down. But the overall trend, the big trend, is lower. And we could be playing with this support line Trying to break lower, that's a possibility. We'll see what happens. Might take some time. Maybe it takes 6 months or a year to break through that. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does it immediately. We don't know. We don't know the time frame. 2 in the 10, we got the curve inverting again today, but it's been drifting a little bit lower here over the past month or two. We got TYX TNX ratio that is up. That's been moving higher. That's the long end of the curve. This is very favorable for gold to go higher as this moves on up. Gold's up $28 an ounce. We've broken out of this. Now, could we get a retest where we come back or consolidate like this? Totally possible. Nothing goes vertical and straight. Sometimes you get these consolidations. So that consolidation that's this long might just be a little consolidation. Maybe we come back. I don't know. It could still go higher too. So a lot of people try predicting the path. All I'm going to say is we're going higher. Going higher. It looks good. Now we could consolidate for a little bit. It's totally a possibility. Silver's up 0.37. Again, we got a little bit of selling pressure there, not much. And again, these can move incredibly fast to the upside. So I am not going to try to pretend like I know what's going to occur. I'm staying long and riding this big dang pattern here. That's the big pattern there. This is a cup and handle, and it's basically breaking out. So it looks fantastic. We could have a very big move in a very short period of time. So I'm staying long there. Platinum's up $2 or 2.1%. Nice day today. And again, that looks good. We're breaking out of this channel to the upside. Surprising, which is good. And then palladium's up 2.23%. That looks like it was going to bottom here, like I said, in this support region, which we did. Now we are heading higher. We could punch through and get moving into a much larger move. A bigger picture view, this squeeze up, here's your bottom, then that's going to go into a new uptrend. That fractal, this whole fractal piece here, is the same one as this one here. This fractal is the same exact fractal. So if I were to purchase, I would be on it. And I do think that we're going to enter an up move. Now the up move was this move here. That's the up move. So the pullback, the double bottom fractal, which we just are locating, and then we're like up here. That's where it's located. Then this is what's expected to come ahead of us. And we're playing this with the companies, the miners on the website. XAU to gold ratio, we've broken the downtrend, and remember, this was the breaking this trend line was happiness, right? As we got the other side. Now the happiness is going to start coming, and hopefully it's going to come in heaps. So that's gold and silver mining companies divided by gold, and this is a good opportunity to accumulate shares down there. And then sit and ride. Don't do anything. Don't be trying to trade short term. Don't get scared because we have a big down day. No. This is too big of an opportunity to mess up like that. The GDX is up 0.62%, still in an uptrend. The XJ is up 1%, uptrend, and still J is up 0.7, uptrend. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Crude oil down 2.5%. Looks like they released some news about OPEC potentially increasing production at the same time that we saw interest rates drop today. Was this fake news? I'm just throwing it out there. Was it fake news because they're trying to get rates lower? So they're like, just throw out the press release that we've done multiple times of OPEC, and maybe they'll increase production or the quota, throw something out there. Let's try to get rates down today. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But anyway, we were down 2.5%, getting a little bit of weakness there in the oil price in the short term. ETF gas up 2%. This is a bullish engulfing. I talked about this would be my buy point. Now we got follow through in that buy point. This would be a good entry point. Now someone's going to ask me, well, how do you enter TTF gas? Again, falling wedge into a double bottom. My buy point's here. Now that's what I say for the website. And I'm not playing TTF gas directly. LNG gas and terminals will be a benefactor of this. Also fertilizers, and there's other ways that you can play this. It doesn't have to be directly through TTF. This is the buy point here, right there. And we can see if I'm right or not. I'm playing the statistical probability that this is going to go higher. We'll probably go up to this region about $42. That's where we'll probably go. And then we'll probably do something like sideways or a pullback, something like that. That'd be my guess. We've got natural gas in America that's broken the downtrend following TTF or maybe leading TTF. That's working up. That looks good. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, not faring as good. We're down 2.77 along with oil, but that's broken out of the structure to the upside. So sometimes you break out, you get a retest, and we'll work our way on up. So it looks good. Looks good. OIH down 2%, and we're still in that support resistance region. I still think we're going to go higher. And we were down today. We had lower oil. We've got Newcastle coal futures are up slightly, barely. And I do think that we're coming into a support region that will eventually turn somewhere in that circle there, move to the upside. That would be my guess. Profits Uranium Trust continuing higher today, up 0.31%. Now we should all be bullish. Why? Because we're sitting on top of the flag pattern. That is bullish. And we're sitting on top of a base. Your base, your flag. Those are different time frames. Long-term time frame is the base. Short-term time frame, a shorter-term time frame is the flag, which is a continuation pattern to the upside. So we should be viewing physical uranium as bullish. The uranium futures price down slightly. It is consolidating a little bit here, but will probably break out eventually. It takes time. Things don't happen like a swipe left, swipe right. Not like or Facebook, MySpace, whatever the heck it is, right? It takes time in these markets, and you just have to say, I know we're bullish because we're sitting on top of a base. That is bullish. And that's where my bullish here, bearish here. Bearish is in a downtrend. Then you look for a falling wedge. Buy it all up on the bottom there. Could be a double bottom. Could be a shoulder head shoulder. Buy it up into strength. Stay bullish. URA up 1.77. What did I tell you here? Wave 1, wave 2, we're going into wave 3. We've broken through resistance. We're sitting on top of support of a flag pattern. Bullish, bullish, and even more bullish is what this is. Uranium up, above support, good. J up 1.3. The juniors are starting to outperform the seniors here. There's your awesome wedge that I drew in there, really nice. We've been breaking higher. That's called a bull market. Nickel up 0.35. We've bottomed in nickel. What are you going to do? How are you going to play this if you want to play it? Do we even need to play it? Is nickel more juiced than uranium? Is nickel more juiced than some of the other opportunities? Well, that's the question that you have to find out. And that's what we talk about on the website. Copper. Copper down a little bit today. Still looks good. Why? Why does it look good? We're above this guy. Once you start breaking through, yeah, you get above, you can do retests, but that becomes support. You got COPX, that's flying higher. It's broken out, guys. It's running. See you, wouldn't want to be you. Up 1.75%, breaking out. Probably going to get a run. Lithium's right at resistance. What do you think this is going to do? Higher. Squeeze up. Double bottom, breakout. Looks fantastic. Very similar to other bottoming patterns that we see in other sectors. REMX has the same pattern here, squeezing up into a double bottom. This is another one here. You can draw it differently. It doesn't even have to be perfect. Everyone's so worried about being perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you can also draw one like this. And this is a head shoulder bottoming pattern. So your shoulder is this one here, your head, and your shoulder. And that's the up move. This one's a double bottom right there. So that's double bottom. The other one was an inverted shoulder, head shoulder. And this is stuff that I play all day. Play it all day. Iron ore, I think this is a Livermore accumulation cylinder, and I think it's breaking to the upside here. We're early stages. There's a whole bunch of really good opportunities in iron ore, in my opinion, that I'm sharing on the website. Aluminum. We haven't broken this 2650 level yet. We will soon. We're down a little bit today, but we're underneath it. We're going to try to break it here any second. Give it time. Baltic Dry Index down a little bit, just taking its time, working its way on up. We go higher, 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 higher. Whole structure is that structure there, and we've broken to the upside. Emerging markets up, 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 0.4%. Now this is going to go up, continue to go up, because we're in an uptrend. We are broken out of this ridiculous resistance zone. You've got MOO, which is slightly lower today. Now, does that make me bearish? No, it does not. Falling wedge into a shoulder, head, shoulder pattern. There we are, ready to go. Give it time, guys. It'll work its way on up. KRE up 0.14, and again, that looks good. We're working our way up. There's your accumulation cylinder. Livermore accumulation cylinder. XHB's got it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this thing could launch up out of here. We are up today. We had lower yields, and we're in this kind of weird flag pattern. Russell's down slightly, but holding on. Nothing to worry about. Got the S&P up a little bit. These guys are trying so hard. Go Besant, go Team Besant and Trump. We keep getting rising wedges, and somehow they just keeps melting higher. I think that also deals with interest rates. If they can get rates down, they can kind of keep this up. And I think they're kind of panicking here, because if they don't get rates down, if rates go up, this is going to go down. I think when we get above 4.5%, 5% on the 10-year, that's kind of the line in the sand. Once we get above that and people believe that it will continue to go up and stay above that, that's when I think you'll see money start to rotate a little bit out of here. NASDAQ up 1%. And again, that's still sitting underneath this resistance line. We'll see if this is a breakout and then a retest that rolls over. I don't know if it is. We'll continue to watch it and see what happens. And I think it highly is dependent on what interest rates do and where they go. Dow Jones DJT still above support here, but this looks ugly on a big long term. This is a rising wedge up here, broken out, and a retest potentially could get ugly. We'll see. Then we've got XLI that's still holding on. It was down today, and it does have kind of a bearish looking pattern, but we could come back here to support, and then we'll see what happens from there. SMC, I'm not going to go through those. Bitcoin up 0.64% above support, still looks okay. Got a little bit of a trend line break that's breaking today to the upside. Got Ethereum up 3.35, breaking out of this pattern. That is bullish. Continue higher. MicroStrategy's down 3.33%. Looking kind of ugly here. That's a bearish engulfing pattern today, this candlestick there. A little bit more on the ugly looking side, because there's one here too. There's one here. Looking around, this kind of one there. Yeah, it's looking a little bit, I don't know. It could still pull out. There's a bullish engulfing here too. So we got the buyers and sellers kind of battling it out here. The VIX is down 5% or so. They got to keep this under control. If this thing starts to roll higher, then you're going to see a sell-off in the market. But that's what I've got for today, guys. That's what we've got going on. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like specials, the coupon code. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time. It's Finding Value.